If you're an Android developer, I bet you've got at least one book on your shelf. But let's be real. In a world that moves this fast, how do you know if your trusted guide has turned into a historical artifact? So let's just get right to it. Here's the big question. Is your tech book basically obsolete the second you swipe your credit card? It's a genuine fear for anyone trying to learn to code, right? So today, we're going to unpack that, using a real-world example.
And here's our case study. It's the international bestseller from 2020, Android Application Development All-in-One for Dummies. Now, this is a great book, no doubt. But a ton has changed in the Android world since it came out. So is it useless now? Or is there still some timeless wisdom packed inside? To figure that out, let's meet the experts who actually wrote it.
Yeah, let's think of these authors less as just writers and more as our personal mentors for this journey. Each one of them represents a really important, distinct era of Android development.
First up, we've got Michael Burton. He's the OG, the original authority in this series. He mastered the early days of Android. Back when absolutely everything was built with Java and XML. His work is the foundation for understanding why Android is even structured the way it is. Then you've got Dr. Barry Bird. He is the friendly mentor. Seriously, he's the professor you always wished you had in college. The one who makes super complex stuff actually fun to learn. He's the guy who helps developers make that huge, critical jump from the old world of Java to the modern standard, Kotlin. Next, let's meet John Paul Mueller, who I'm calling the encyclopedic expert. I mean, the man has written over 100 books. He's the mentor you go to when you're ready to stop messing around and go pro. His work covers all the advanced stuff. We're talking AI, data science, and really robust security for your app. And rounding out our team is Neil Smythe, the hands-on architect. He's not just about the theory of the code, he's all about mastering the tool you live in every day, Android Studio. This guy releases new books for practically every version, keeping developers totally up to date with the constantly changing interface and features. So with these mentors as our guides, we can see this massive evolution. And the biggest, most dramatic change of all, well, that would be the Great Code Shift. This is where that 2020 book and today's reality really start to part ways. The fundamental change is a move from what we call imperative to declarative UI. Okay, think of it like giving someone directions. The old imperative way was like giving a turn-by-turn list of instructions. Go 2 blocks, turn left, drive until you see the big tree, then turn right. The new declarative way is just showing them a picture of the destination. You're not telling the app how to change step by step, you're just describing what the final UI should look like.
And here it is. This is what that actually looks like in code. On the left, that's the old way. See how you have to manually go find the text view element to then command it, "Hey you, set your text to this value." But now look at the right, the modern way. You just declare that the text is the value of count, and the UI is smart enough to update itself automatically whenever count changes. It's way shorter, it's safer, and honestly, it's just so much more intuitive. Now, this doesn't mean all that old knowledge is worthless. Not at all. But you definitely need a bridge to get from there to here. So if you've got that 2020 book sitting on your shelf, here's your learning path to get you totally up to speed for 2026. Okay, here's your roadmap. Step 1, you've got to master the new language Kotlin. Then, Step 2, you build on that timeless core foundation from the old books. Concepts like activities and life cycles are still absolutely crucial. Step 3, you embrace the UI revolution with Jetpack Compose. Ditch the old XML. Step 4, adopt a modern architecture like MVVM to keep your code clean and manageable. And finally, Step 5, you master modern tools like coroutines for all that background work. It's a clear, straightforward plan.
And you want to know the best part? The best resources to make all this happen are totally free, and they come straight from Google. The official Android docs are your new Bible. Google Code Labs give you that hands-on practice, which is key. And the Now on Android app on GitHub, it's literally the perfect example of what a modern professional app should look like. But just when you think you finally caught up, the ground starts shaking again. The next revolution is already here. And I'm not kidding. It might be the biggest change since we moved to Kotlin. I'm talking about your new AI Copilot. Just look at this timeline of Android Studio releases. The pace is just insane. But notice the shift in focus here. The most recent versions aren't just about adding new buttons or menus, they are all about integrating a seriously powerful AI agent right into the tool itself. And that agent's name is Gemini. It's an AI assistant built directly into Android Studio. This isn't some separate chatbot you have to open in another browser tab. It lives inside your editor, with you.
It can write brand new code from scratch, it can explain code that you don't understand, and it can even find and fix your bugs automatically.
So what does that actually mean day to day? It means you can now write a comment in plain English, just like this: make this button blue and center the text, and the IDE will generate the correct Kotlin and Compose code to make it happen. This isn't science fiction, people. This is what developers are using right now, today. And this brings us right back around to our final, and I think most important question. If your 2020 book is already partly obsolete, and now an AI can write the new code for you, what is the most important skill for a developer to have today? Is it just about knowing syntax, or is it about having the vision to know what to build in the first place?